Hello and welcome to Devon. We're here in mid-Devon, quite near Eggesford, where I take the dog for walks. Just taking the dog for a walk today. Got my stabiliser back up and working, so we're just testing it out. Make sure that it's fairly stable. And I've got a new microphone, so let me know if you can hear me on the microphone. Hello, Lady Morgan. This is my dog, Zena. And we're just having a quick walk with young William here. Say hello, William. Get a wave up. No? Hello, Bunbury. Hi, you can hear me? That's good. Testing a new microphone and just making sure that it's working. So hopefully you can hear me clearly. Got a little bit of wind, not very much. We're just walking down to the footpath. This is on the Tarka Trail. Dog wants me to throw the ball, which I'm not going to do because I've got the push chair to push as well. Hello, Deck. So welcome. How is everybody today? Oops. Having problems steering the buggy, controlling the gimbal, and trying to see where we're going. The dog's name is Zena, so it's named after a village in Cornwall. Slightly changed because she's female. Yeah, so we'll give you a view of the scenery. So over there we have Eggesford Barton, which is an old farmhouse. And if I pan around, we're following the route of the road, the A377. Over through the hills there is a village called Chorley. Pan around behind the telephone pole there is Chumley, and Eggesford Church is down in the dip there. And I don't know if you can make it out on here, but if I zoom, hopefully, there is Eggesford House. So that's the remains of the old country house, the old seat of the Earls of Portsmouth, which was abandoned due to insufficient wealth apparently. So that's an old abandoned country house. There is a smaller house being built in the grounds. It's private, so I can't go there, but it's quite a grand place. I might be able to zoom in a bit better as we get a bit closer. Thank you for the hearts. So we'll pan around again. Dog's still waiting expectantly, hoping that ball's going to be thrown. And we're just walking down this little grassy path. So we had Ohio. Where's everybody else from today? Hello, English. I still see lots of blue hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Very much appreciated. Yeah, we're just walking down the hill. This is a path called the Tarka Trail, so it's named after, I don't know if anybody's familiar with it, Hello Atlanta. There's a book by a chap called Williamson about Tarka the otter that was written around this part of the country. Hello Jim, welcome. And there's a network of rivers up through here, which include the Tor and the Yeo and the Torridge, and these were rivers that were frequented by Tarka the otter in the book. And this is back into the time. Marionette GA, Georgia? Is that Georgia? Hello. Hello Chris. Hello Dean. Welcome to mid-Devon. So just saying, so there's a book, I can't remember the chap's first name, Reverend Williamson, wrote this book about Tarka the otter back in a period where otters were hunted for their fur, which is long since stopped basically. They still hunt mink because they consider the pest, but otters are no longer hunted. So we're just walking down, have another look at the Eggesford Barton there. There we go. Hidden there in the dip, there's an old building, probably 16th century, something like that. Canary Islands. It's a bit warmer than it is here. I think we're down to about 10 degrees here at the moment. The sun started to dip. We're getting some sunlight. There is some sun over there somewhere behind those clouds, but it's hiding away at the moment. When it does come out, just warm up a bit by a few degrees, but at the moment it's a little bit chilly, so 10 degrees Celsius I reckon, thereabouts. Zen, come. You're not allowed in there. Just got to keep her away from the farms, and there's a field of sheep a little bit further down as well. As farmers have the right to shoot loose dogs. Come, away. going this way, down the track. Right, so just, there we go, trying to coordinate too many things. Right, buggy trying to go across some stony ground as we go along the track. And we're going to walk down the track and, hey, Zen! Walk down the track and the church is down at the bottom of the track. There's another view across to the house, if anybody didn't see that. So Eggesford House, the former mansion of the Earls of Portsmouth. If it will let me zoom in. We're in the middle of Devon, so we're in southwest England. Oh. This is the latest version of Periscope. They released iOS version 1.75 earlier today. Got a dog coming the other way, so I've got a sticker on a lead. That'll restrain me a bit. Zena, come! Wait. Sorry about this. Let me just stick on. Wait. Just in case. Right. Sorry, I missed some of those. Good afternoon. Oh, Roger. Yeah, I got your question earlier. I'm looking into it at the moment. So I've got quite a bouncy dog coming this way. So we're just walking down toward Eggesford Church. So yeah, you're asking where we were. We're in mid-Devon, so southwest England, in the county of Devon. And I'm right in the middle of the county, just about. It's about an hour's drive from the north coast on the Bristol Channel, and on the south coast, which is the English Channel. There we go. We're just saying hello. Hello. There we go. So yeah, we're about 3 hours from London here by car, maybe a little bit more because it's a smaller roads until we get to Exeter. I'm going to let her off again now because, oh, hang on, trying to stop Bucky with one foot, let her off with the other. There we go. There we go, Roger. I don't know what relation she is to your dog. Aunt, I think, or something like that, isn't she? She's enjoying herself. Even if she's not getting the ball thrown quite as much as she'd like. So yeah, we'll just pan across. Here we go. So this is former Parkland. Eggesford House used to be down here before they built the version I was showing you earlier across the valley, which is a much later sort of Georgian period, maybe slightly earlier Stuart or Jacobean period. So we've got plenty of parkland here. So I think Eggesford Barton itself is quite a smart house. I think they do accommodation, so if anybody's looking to stay in this area, that's one of the places you can stay. And that's a route there that goes across the valley. If I lift you up a bit, you see some trees up there, and that's Forestry Commission land now. So when they split up the Earl of Portsmouth estate, when they ran out of money and couldn't afford to run it all anymore, the Forestry Commission took over quite a lot of the woodland. That became commercial woodland, and this here I think is private. Got quite a nice garden centre that I did a very short scope from the other day. I was hoping to do a little bit more, but we didn't quite get the time to do it. Just down over the left there behind those trees, directly in front we've got Eggesford House again. There we go, Eggesford House up there. Is it going to let me? No, it's not going to pick it up very well in the darkness. And down here, directly in front, is the first part of the church roof. You can see that's where we're heading now. Got a few pretty monuments of the various families that lived at the estate over the years. We've got to the Chichesters, who were one of the first here. They were, I think, barons of Belfast. They were Viscount Chichester of Carrickfergus and Marquess of Donegal. And there were the Earls Fortescue, who've got they're still resident in the area, or descendants thereof, at Castle Hill, a bit closer to South Moulton. We've got the Earls of Portsmouth themselves, the Fellers family, who've moved, well, they did move to a village a little bit further down called Much Bishop. They had a small house there. I don't know if they're still there or not. And there's also connections there from some of the other aristocratic families who lived in this area. Thank you for inviting followers. Hopefully this is interesting. So, you can see, oh, the clouds are getting a bit darker there. slightly worrying. We've got a helicopter coming over. Shall we have a look, see who that is? That's a small private helicopter. You can just about make it up there. This is quite a bit of a rat run for... I've lost it now, there we go. I was trying to zoom, but on the gimbal, it's just flipped the gimbal around. Small Robinson helicopter. One of the cheaper ones, so it's the sort of the entry-level helicopters. So the comments there are being washed out against the sky, so I couldn't quite make out what was said. So if there was a question, then please let's try and rebalance the gimbal and try and zoom out again. Is he going to let me do it? Yeah, there we go. Still got to get the weights right because I was trying some different counterweights on my Lampart gimbal, and it's slightly off balancing at the moment. So I was trying to balance it out to add lenses on. I've got a couple more counterweights coming, so I think I'm going to have to use different counterweights. No, we're in Devon, so just a bit south of Wales, across the Bristol Channel. So if I go around the corner up here, you might be able to see the sea, the Bristol Channel. You might be able to see Wales, but I don't think I'm high enough here to see it. I'm about 10 or 15 miles from the coast. Hello, bonjour. Ça va? So yeah, 10 or 15 miles from the coast, at a place called Barnstable, which is the nearest town that way. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I haven't got an awful lot of scope around here, so trees, a few hills, and a little bit of history of a couple of the local families is what you tend to get. So there are limitations. Let's just check on how we're doing here. You still awake? Yeah, still smiling. Great. It's about coming up to 3 o'clock, I think. You should be able to see it on the map. Location should be enabled, so the map should be showing that. Hello, Sam. So we're just coming down here. We'll have a look at pan down across the field, which I guess would have been parkland to the earlier versions, medieval versions of Eggesford House. Make out some sheep in the field down there. So we're now looking down across the tall valley, so that line of trees down through there is the river. Tall Zena, don't make yourself a pain. Got a railway line just the other side. It's about 10 degrees. Zena, come. I'm just about to make out the river down there. I'll zoom again. There we go. That's the River Tor, just appearing through the trees down there with the sheep. Typical pastoral English scene from this part of the country. This is very much an agricultural part of the country that's basically built on the back of wool, as a woolen trade. That's where the wealth came from for years, until cotton production came in and reduced us to kind of a bit of a backwater. So here's the church. You're starting to peek through the trees here now. Yeah, I'm using a Rode Video Micro today. So it's the first time I've used it. Hopefully the sound's okay. I was having a few problems with my SmartLab Plus. And we'll have a look through the trees. There we go, some scenic view through to the church. Got a couple of bits to camp. There we go. So I haven't quite got the wide angle on. That's Eggesford Church. So that's the original parish church, quite a small one. We'll go inside and have a look at a few of the monuments. I'll just stick the dog back in the car in a minute. Yeah, lovely area, isn't it? I haven't been as far as Ohio yet, but I've been to some beautiful parts of North America as well. There we go. Yeah, so there's a cemetery here. So it's still used as a parish church. Eggesford is a very small parish. It's only about 300 people, I think. So it's not a particularly busy church. But you've got the cemetery there, and there's still some. You'll probably make out some flowers on some of the more recent graves here. Sky. There we go. We're looking there. That's north towards Wales. And if I pan round to the setting sun, the sun will go down over there. And so it's just beyond the hills there to the west. And let's pan up to the clouds. Oh, the microphone lead is catching the shotgun mic. Oh, so I need to do something about that, try and get it further away and back again. round to the church again. Okay, so I'm just going to put the dog back in the car. And then we can go and have a look at the monuments to the church itself. So, this is where we are. This is All Saints Church, Eggesford. No, just I live fairly close by. I'm just trying out a new microphone and killing some time before I've got to go and pick up one of my sons from school a little bit later. So let's try and give you a view of part of the church while we're waiting. Donna, come. You know you're not allowed in there. Oh, got a train. There we go. Train going across the centre of the scene there. A small little commuter train. I don't know if you can make it out there. It's passing through the centre. Hello, Ferdinand. Zena, up. Good girl. Alright, sorry, I switched hands through the balance slightly. Okay, so she's out the way for a moment and we're just going back in through the gate. So in the path we were walking down, it was the Tarka Trail. So let's give you a quick look at that before we start. So that's the Tarka Trail. So that's where we've been walking. And I've got a car coming up behind me. So let's go into the gate. There we go. So there we go. Probably 13th century this church, I guess, from the design. Might have been built slightly later, in keeping with the rest of the design. Definitely. Right, here we go. So you can look out across the landscape again. Yeah, it's the aristocracy. They always pick nice places. I don't know why. Wouldn't get this much land these days. There we are again, looking across the parkland. Yeah, there's a few people looking at the church. There's a couple walking there. Some people over there that are parked. And Eggesford House. There we go. We can make it out now. Try and focus on. So the focus seems to be working a bit better, but zoomed it's a bit grainy. So they've definitely improved that on this new version of Periscope. So that's the ruined mansion of Eggesford, abandoned in about 1950. They've just run out of money. So, and all of what you can see here basically was part of their estate. So that was their front lawn, and this was their parish church. So we're just walking along that forest over there. You can see the pine trees over the far side of the valley there. That's now forestry commission land, public access that we're scoped with the dog from time to time. Hello Gimpy, welcome. So we're just going to go into the church. Just got to get the dog up there. There we go. So we're here at the Church of All Saints in Eggesford. I'm just going to go inside. There we go. There's one of the monuments. We'll give you a closer look in a minute. I've just got to get the buggy up the steps. So we've got there we go. This is my challenge now. Buggy and a couple of steep steps. So we may have a little bit of gimbal jumping around whilst I try and manoeuvre that with one hand. Oh, there we go. You still with us, William? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, fun. There we go, and we're in. We're up to. Thank you for sharing, whoever's been boosting the numbers for me. Thank you very much. So, are you safe? Yes? Did we make it safely? Good. Hello, California. I'm going to speak a little bit quieter. Hopefully you can see me. I don't think there's anybody in the church. No. I'll shut the door because we don't want birds getting in. There we go. Try not to slam it. So, I'll have a look at a couple of these monuments to the families that lived in the area. So just park you there. So we have fonts there with carvings on it. And here we have the monument, so these are widerlings really. There we have the monument to the Marquess of Donegal, Viscount Carrickfergus, Chichester of Carrickfergus, and Arthur, Baron of Belfast. So the Chichester family, I think, are still Marquesses of Donegal. Here we go. So we've got little monuments there. That would have been children that were lost to the family, young, and they quite often produce carvings like that at the side of the tombs for any young children. Survival rate past 5 was quite rare, even for aristocratic families in this sort of period. So we're here, we're probably talking 16th century, I think, 16th, possibly 17th century. And we can see at the side of the monument, oh, it's all gone dark. Got too much of the window in scope. There we go, we've got the coats of arms of different families. So all the ones that they're related to. And I'll pan up a bit, we've got the Marquess of Donegal's coat of arms there at the top. And we've featured, thank you very much. I wonder why we suddenly jumped up to 1.2k. Well, this is the kind of thing I scope, if anybody likes it. So you're welcome to follow me, retweet, share. Thank you for all the hearts. And there we go, so more coats of arms. So some of these, just pick out some of the ones I recognise. That there's the Courtney coat of arms. The Courtneys are the Earls of Devon. They're still the Earls of Devon to this day. The one here is the Chichester family coat of arms themselves. Yeah, there we go. The lights have just gone on, so suddenly got darker. So we'll have a look at some of the other monuments. This is the pew where the family themselves would have sat. These cushions have been embroidered with the coat of arms, but that probably, yeah, the dates there much more modern, 1991, long time after the Chichester family were. Sorry, gimbal's going again. There we go. We'll have a look at further on. So here we've got the lectern. That's where the priest would read from the Bible. But, the psalms that they were, hymns that they would be singing at the services here. Some light coming in there off the stained glass. A memorial to a John Churchill, who is a fellow of Oxford and a rector here. There's another stained glass. We'll try and give you a little bit of colour there. Lovely stained glass, isn't it? Beautiful stuff. We've got some, churches certainly have some beautiful. So here we have Viscount Chichester and Anne, his wife. So we'll have a closer look at these stunning effigies. There you go, we've got the typical Tudor or Jacobean type ruff around the coronet with the beading that indicates he's a Viscount. The sword that indicates probably knighthood, I'd imagine. I don't know too much about this chap himself. Complete with his armour on the legs here. And next to his wife. And we'll go a bit closer and give her a view of her. There we go. And there's the coat of arms again. There we go. So that's who this chap is. I'll give you a bit closer in on that. So there we go. Lord Edward, Viscount Chichester, and Dame Anne, his wife. Their coat of arms is up above their refugee up there. There we go. The hounds of the supporters off to the side of the coat of arms, and the crest on top is a heron with a snake and smoke beak, which you can still see if you go to some of the National Trust properties that are run by the Chichesters. I'm trying to think of the name of the place up near Barnstaple. Here we have slightly more modern. So this is probably 18th century, much simpler monument with an urn on top with the Latin inscriptions. That's the fellows, and the arm there indicates knight. So that's the fellows family. The fellows were the family who became the Earls of Portsmouth and took over Eggesford. I think by marriage rather than anything more significant. So just pan around here, we've got an organ, a very small church. It's quite beautiful when they do the services in December by candlelight. There's a couple of monuments up there to Catherine, Countess of Portsmouth, who was the daughter of Hugh, Earl of Fortescue. So the Fortescue family are still in the area. Can't believe all these hearts. Thank you very much for all the hearts, everybody. That's it. I try and skip from time to time when I can. Got a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There we go. And a barrel voting roof. He's not going to like that if I pan over. I'll try and show it there. There we go. Barrel voting roof on the church across the two aisles. So there's another monument up there to the Fellows family. So this one is to Henry Arthur Fellows. He was 1792 in the military, so probably serving in the North American Wars. Or possibly stopping the Napoleonic Wars at that stage as well. Can't make out who that is. Some of the lower ones further down, the Walt family, another aristocratic family. And we're having these last two over here. Yes? What? Yes? You having fun? Ah. Okay, so we'll finish up on this. There we go. That's the last one. That's Newton, 4th Earl of Portsmouth, died 1854. So probably grandfather to the last one, so she reside here. And I'll try and find you a nice view to finish up on. Here we go. We'll finish up on the Marquis of Donegal's. Effigy and tea. Back up a bit. Try and get as much in it as I can without it all blowing out too much. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to finish up with this view. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this kind of thing, please feel free to follow, and I'll try and show you some of these more places like this around the locality. Thank you for the hearts, thank you for the shares, and thank you for featuring, apparently. Obviously I can't see that yet. And goodbye for now.